Welcome.
Is that any better?
That's
better?
That's worse.
That's worse.
Yeah. Go back. Welcome to D&D 5 Families, session 20, adventure 20. We're in a heated combat in the Mistyfoot Tavern. Am I coming through okay?
Yes.
Yes.
There was three, seem to be brothers or related, human type people attacking the party or fighting the party. Actually, it started with a potato food fight. So you're across the table fighting the three brothers. They're very hairy. One of them turned. One of them changed. Did you catch that? I think in front of Twigs.
Well, wasn't Emma grappled with one of them?
You know what? We didn't roll to hit on that. I'll allow you to roll to hit right now if you want to grapple. Try to grapple again.
Why? Because she's enraged. She gets advantage. Is that?
No, she doesn't get advantage.
She doesn't get advantage. You said
unless it's a rule.
When you're enraged, you get advantage on strength checks.
So we'll allow that as a grapple, right?
I don't know. Is it a strength check?
Yeah, it is. But I need you to hit first. Armor class. Where are we? It's armor class 12. Maybe I have a memory from last week.
I don't have any dice.
We're in the Mistyfoot Tavern. Hobblefoot is hiding conveniently behind the counter. And he's peeking up with his eye to see if it's safe. And Quillis did a phantasmal force where the whole place is on fire. At least one of them. I'll play that out. Mr. Saving throw, so he thinks the place is on fire.
So when you make it to hit with grappling, it's what, unarmed strike? So you can just get your strength modifier?
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't think you're proficient with that. Go ahead.
15 plus 3, 18.
You rolled right now?
Yeah. Roll the 15 plus 3.
Okay. That hit. You grapple. I think you were on the small one, right?
I thought it was on the big one. Or
you want to grapple the big one?
Yeah, you said it shape changed into like some kind of creature or a beast.
Yes, it turned into a beast. Very hairy, muscular, with claws,
like a werewolf,
and big ears. Make an insight for me. Tell me how you roll.
For Emma,
anybody can make. Why don't you guys make an insight check right now?
Insight.
Okay.
D20.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you have the insight skill, it's proficient. I'm assuming you don't have the insight skill. 18. Anybody else? Pretty high.
24.
12.
25.
Twigs and Hyphy and Yan Yan have heard stories of the mythical creature, the lycanthrope. They change under a full moon, and they like blood, and they hunt, and they eat, they ravage, and they gain powers as they turn. They turn from basically a normal human, let's say, normal person, into a savage beast under the full moon. And if they're trained in their abilities, they can actually turn at will.
Which he did,
and he turned as he was attacking. Started attacking, and his hair got all black and hairy. I'm sorry, his arm got all black and hairy. And so you're gonna grapple the big one?
Yeah, and so her turn was to grapple the big one, and that's her action, to grapple, right? How does
Yeah.
grappling work? What's the rule on it? Do you both roll
Actually, just
d20s?
roll the hit, and then we're gonna compare strength check.
Oh,
And I'll give you an advantage.
okay. So
Since
Emma's
you're
raging.
raging, right? The raging rule.
She can rage as a bonus action. So
Well,
Don't
you
forget
already
you have
a 17.
Go
you have
ahead.
a shield on Emma for a +2 bonus to AC, just so you remember.
Okay, Emma has a shield +2 AC. That's from the unicorn.
Yes.
So her AC 17. Thank you. And also, I have Hyphy the gnome, who I want you to introduce yourself real briefly. Is wounded by 2 damage.
2 damage.
And Emma's
correct.
wounded by 8. Emma's wounded by 8 damage. And Al-kad has 1 damage. So let's go down the list. Just introduce yourself. 20 seconds. Hyphy, you're number 1.
A little over 3 feet tall. She has straw-colored hair, and she looks a lot angrier than 2 hit points worth of damage would belie, because she got beamed in the solar plexus with a potato. So she's ticked off. She's got really curly hair, but it's all braided up behind her. She's got muslin robes and lots of packs on her, and violet-colored eyes with a dark brown skin. And like I said, she's very angry. And no longer has a mask on.
She got a potato thrown at her stomach for 2 points damage. Is that why she's angry?
That's why she's angry.
She just takes the mask off. She's like revealing herself now.
No, she revealed herself before they came.
All right. Okay.
But now you can see the anger a little bit more.
Right. Okay. Let's go to Twigs number 2. Thank you.
Black hair, black eyes, tan skin. He dresses with full leather armor. Wow, I can't open this. Let's see. He wields a scimitar and a sling. He likes to shape change into a bear most times. And that's Twigs.
And he actually changed into a bear, didn't he?
Yeah.
You had the bear stats ready?
Yeah, bear stats are ready.
Wait, Twigs, the other druid, is a bear. A brown bear?
Yeah, brown bear.
Great. Okay, Yan Yan, you're up.
Yan Yan is a goat king, a very large goat king with tall horns that branch from the center of his head and kind of go out in a curve. The top half of his body is covered in long black fur, whereas the bottom half is covered in long white fur. He wears typically pretty neutral colors, except for his cloak, which is now the cloak of the bat, a very fanciful black cloak that resembles wings of a bat. He wears silver jewelry on his horns, 1 chain attaching to his left ear. He is very angry currently because he was planning on teaching our friend Spike a lesson on how to be a bouncer, and the perfect opportunity arose.
That reminds me, the unicorn, Ray, who is protected by the party, the last unicorn, went over to try to encourage Spike, who is the new bouncer of the tavern, to do his job. But Spike lost a little bit of confidence. He's kind of like hiding behind his barrel right now, like acting like doesn't see anything. So he needs a little more confidence boost. So we can hopefully help him with that. It's a good exercise for him, experience. His first big, you know, like when you're at the job and your first challenge comes out. Oh no, what I do? All right, good.
We'll teach him.
Quillis is not here, but I'm gonna say his character is here, casting spells, casting illusions on what you know now are lycanthropes. Emma.
Emma is a half-orc barbarian with rippling strong muscles, wields a giant glaive in combat, and she has a hair trigger for a temper. That's Emma.
I'd like to see her get mad.
She basically fights naked because that's her best AC.
Now, by naked, do you mean like
She doesn't have any armor.
birthday suit, or do you
Birthday
mean
suit.
like?
Yeah. No, she wears pasties. She has pasties on.
She just
Pasties.
rips everything off. Like,
Yeah.
let's
How did I not
go.
know this?
Yeah, she is
Ugh.
green. She's like She-Hulk, you know?
I'm trying to imagine that. Okay, great. And
Don't.
can you explain her weapon for a moment?
Yeah, she wields a giant glaive. That's like 10 foot long. No, it's not 10 foot long, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
It's 10 foot
8
long.
foot, maybe 8 foot long. You need 10 feet to wield it properly. I think that's the rule.
Okay.
And it's masterfully crafted, and it seems to be
It thirsts
had
for
to have.
blood.
Yes, there you go. Okay, Tyrion, you're up.
Tyrion is a dark elf rogue. He's got pitch shiny black skin, long white hair, purple eyes. Most of the time, he's always got a cloak pulled over his face so that you can't see his features, and he tries to just stay blended in with the crowd. He wears very nondescript clothing, black and brown leather armor. His only noticeable weapon is a finely crafted short spear, and his head comes back when he's engaged in combat. So at this point in time, I'm trying to figure out where I am in the relationship to the werewolf, and see if I can attack from behind.
You're at the table, and the creatures are in front of you fighting the party. Emma is first in line, and then you can just say everybody else is behind Emma. You can take an action now if you want, and try to sneak behind them unnoticed. Want to try that?
Yes.
Give me a stealth roll, DC 12, please. And you're going to get plus 8 with your stealth because your
Right.
expertise.
So
And that's
DC
your action.
Okay. I rolled a 7.
Great. So that's a 15. So you're able to quietly sneak out from the table and behind them without them noticing, so you can attack them when it's your turn from behind.
Okay.
Okay. Next is Al-kad. He's a human wizard. He's in his later years. He has a violet robe with arcane symbols, and he has the pink color from the inside of the robe. He has some senior moments, but he's generally apt with his spells, and he's my NPC. And I'm trying to play his alignment. He's chaotic neutral, so he's not good or evil. So he just has to choose what side he's going to go on, whether it's to fight for the cause of good or evil. But generally, he's good because that's his job, is to protect the Grimm family as the house wizard. And now he's with the party, adventuring, getting treasures and experience points and having fun. Okay. Does somebody want to explain Matilda? She's there, right? Or no?
No, Logan's not here today, but she's here, like her character is here with us. Matilda's what, a 14-year-old little girl, or she's 12?
She's more like 9, I
She's
think.
9? Oh, geez.
Yeah.
And she's an artificer, which basically means she can make potions and magic items. Specifically, she's an artificer alchemist. And that involves her basically using weaving magic items essentially out of normal items. So she just kind of touches it with her thieves' tools, and she can manipulate the magic energy and channel it into an item and make it magical. And she can also do the same thing with a potion once per day or twice per day, something like that.
She wants to take an action and touch Tyrion's spear. Can she do that?
I think she already made his bow magical, so
Mm-hmm.
she's allowed once per day to make a magic item.
Okay, so Tyrion's bow is magical
that's from the
from
when we were in the
Matilda's
caves, and she hasn't
skills.
made any other magic items. So if she tries to create another magic item today, that she would the first magic item that she made would become non-magical again.
That's
Well,
fine.
that means. Go ahead.
I'd rather have the spear enchanted at this point in time than the bow.
Yeah,
It'll effectively become a +2 because it's +1 crafted, specially crafted.
Right.
And if you enchant it, it'll be a +1 magical, which is actually a +2.
I don't think she has that ability. She's able to make a repeating, and she's able to do armor, but she can't make a martial weapon magical yet. She hasn't
Got
done
it.
that. So
Does that come at later levels?
you can learn stuff, and that's just something that she didn't pick yet. So yes, as you advance higher, you get the knowledge to make more different types of weapons magical. But for whatever reason, she hasn't chose that particular skill yet, so she can't do martial weapons yet.
She throws rocks at
yeah,
manticores and stuff, and throws them out the window, and starts fights.
Oh yes, the manicore's here too, right? Spike.
Yeah, Spike is at the table. He's finished getting drunk, but he's accepting his new position as the bouncer, but he has not interacted yet.
Okay.
He's kind of trying to gain his confidence, hiding behind his barrel of ale, which he was given by Hobblefoot. Yeah, and Matilda likes to throw rocks. Okay, and Ray, do you want to? Okay, you're gonna run Ray today. Happy, you want to explain Ray?
She is a beautiful, rather small, cream-colored horse, and she's got like orangey, beautiful, bright orangey mane. Looks amazing. She's wearing a blanket that looks absolutely disgusting, like it needs to be washed. And that's it. And you can tell that she and Hyphy are in a heated discussion back and forth because the eyes are darting. Hyphy's mad. The unicorn, it looks like they're talking to each other without saying anything out loud right now. Is it Ray's turn?
We're going to start from the top. Emma's going to grapple and Ray is number 8, by the way.
Okay.
Number 9. Ray's number 9. Matilda's number 8. Al-kad's number 7. You guys are 1 to 6, and we're missing Quillis is number 4.
Okay.
So I got Hyphy is 1, Twigs is 2, Yan is 3, Emma's 5, Tyrian 6, Al-kad 7, then Matilda, then Ray, 8, 9. I'm just going to go from the top. You guys know who's wounded. Okay, so Emma was able to grapple the big one, and I'm gonna roll strength to see if he can break out. Give me what's your strength, Emma? I have +3. I think your strength is also +3. All right.
Well, yeah, it says you either go against your acrobatics or your strength.
Do you have acrobatics?
No, against your opponent. So they're trying to break out. They have to win a strength check versus the opponent's strength or dexterity acrobatics check.
You have advantage, right?
So do we roll checks on each other? We both roll d20s, or you just?
Yeah, we're gonna roll off. We're gonna roll off.
But
I have
wouldn't
+3.
you just go against my 17? Isn't that how?
I am.
Okay.
But you have to roll. You have advantage. So roll 2 dice, and I roll 1. Tell me what you roll.
Okay.
I got a 6.
A 5 and an 8.
you barely won.
Hanging on.
So what is it? A headlock or like a bear hug? What is it?
Well, yeah, maybe they're just like. Actually, it says you can grapple if you have one hand free, but so she can't use any kind of two-handed weapon. So she would use both her hands to grapple. She basically maybe because he's like a werewolf right now. She's got his wrist and he's got his claws out at her. You know, I see kind of it like that. You
can throw the weapon on your back. Has a little latch. You can use your hands to grapple. It's fine.
Yeah. So
okay,
she's basically grabbing his wrist and he's trying to claw her. So
okay, they can still attack. Their just movement is 0. and then you can do other stuff where you
Right.
grapple
It
them. You
can
can
still
try to pick
bite
them
and
up.
claw and do all that fun stuff.
Want to do like a if you want to do like a body slam or something, you can do that. I think you have other powers that work when people are grappled. Do you know about those?
No.
But technically they can still move and attack.
So what does she do? Like a wrestling move kind of thing, and she can do damage that way.
Sorry, plane overhead. Say it again.
She does like wrestling moves. Is my speaker really low? You cannot hear me.
No, I had a plane that flew overhead.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine.
So I don't know what kind of attack she would do a non-weapon attack, right?
Does anybody know what you can do when you grapple an opponent?
I think you can shove, right? You can try to disarm them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do those too. And
Can
also you
can
can
you
knock them
tumble?
prone,
No, that's
beat them with your fists. I'll give you an advantage on your attacks if you do like
you can
hand
punch
attacks.
you can punch them and you can kick them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess she gets one attack, right?
Do you have one attack as a barbarian? Or two?
Unarmed attack.
How many attacks do you have?
She has two because you just gain the ability
So
of
you
extra
can
attacks.
gain 2 attacks then.
Okay.
One attack now.
Yeah, she's gonna attack. I
Go
guess
ahead.
she's gonna try to. Actually, she's gonna try to attack him, but she knows she can't affect them. 15 and 11.
Okay,
Because
hit. Want to do like what, punches, kicks, what?
what is it? 1 point of damage. It's not gonna do any effect because lycanthropes have to be hit by silver weapons.
Oh well, thank you for letting me know about that. Speaking of which, Hobblefoot comes back from behind the counter and he reveals a silver dagger, and he's offering to give it to the party if somebody wants it. That's his turn.
All right, I guess Emma's done.
Is my finely crafted spear silver?
If
but
it's
you know what?
magical, you're good.
I think his movement is 0. That's the advantage. Keep in one
What?
place, right?
It just says, it just says
Grapple.
Yeah, if you grapple a character, their movement turns to 0.
A grappled creature speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from bonus to speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition ends. So basically, their movement's 0. You keep them in place. Okay, so you beat him up a little bit, but you notice when you're hitting him and kicking him, his ribs just, it's just like tough, like hitting like a body bag. It just bounces back.
I'll
So
take
he's
that silver
basically
dagger, by the way.
immune to. Yes, give me a dexterity. Give me a dexterity roll, just a raw dexterity roll. See if you can grab it and continue your movement.
11.
Add your dexterity to that bonus.
My dex is 19, so plus 4, 15.
Thank God
Good.
Hobblefoot keeps a silver dagger laying around.
Behind the
Who
counter.
knew
Yeah.
he was so clever?
Tyrian now has a silver dagger, and he's continuing going behind the creatures. Okay. Good. Let's go to Hyphy. You're up.
Okay. Hyphy is going. What?
You're on Amazon, one of them, the big one, and then there's the small and the medium one.
Okay. Are there two within 5 feet of each other?
No. They're about 10 feet apart.
Okay. I'm going to avoid the one that's on Emma because I don't want to hit her. But I'm going to reach out and flick a drop of water, like dip in the pack and pull out a drop of water and flick it toward the other large being and fling an ice dagger at it.
Ice dagger spell.
That's a spell, yes.
You need to roll the hit on the class 12.
Okay. So I'd roll the 9 plus.
You hit.
What would I be? Yeah.
I have +7 on you. I have +7. +3 for proficiency and +4 for your wisdom.
+4. Yep, that's what I've got you. Good.
Give me damage.
Okay, the first damage is 1d10. And that's a 9. And then it explodes after it hits. It gives 9 piercing damage, and then the shard explodes, and everybody within 5 feet makes a dex saving throw. Oh, and is it too late for me to tell you that I cast it at 2nd level instead of 1st? If it is, that's okay.
You can upcast it. Go ahead. You want to roll 2d10?
Yeah. So
you spent your 2nd level spell.
I think it's still a 1d10, but for the cold damage, I get to add another d6. So instead of 2d6 cold damage, it'll be 3.
You said d10, so I'm confused.
Well, d10 is the first. The first thing that happens is
so
d10 piercing damage.
That's like the dagger part.
Yes, and then it explodes, whether it hits or not.
If I make my saving throw, is that what happens?
You make your dex saving throw, then you take, I don't think you take any damage from the second part of it, which is, let me tell you, target and each creature must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. So if you don't succeed on your saving throw, you take the damage. If you do, you take no more damage.
And then read the upcasting.
And that includes the upcasting. I think the upcasting only affects the d6 portion, the second portion, not the first portion.
Can you read the upcasting, please?
At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 2nd or higher, the cold damage increases by 1d6 for each slot level above 1st. So it doesn't affect the d10 aspect, only the 2nd aspect. So basically,
and you rolled a
9. If you make your, no, I rolled a 9 for the hit part, for the d10 part, and I rolled 9 damage. So that's the first part out of the way. Now, if you make your dex save, my upcasting was wasted.
Okay, I see your DC 16. I have a +1 for dex. I need 15 or higher. Here we go. Miss. So you hit him with both. Let's roll damage. Are you upcasting?
Yeah, I upcast. I had to tell you that beforehand. So he takes an additional 9 damage.
The small or medium one?
Well, I think
both in front of you.
The larger that was not on Emma, or that Emma was not on.
18 cold damage. You basically put him through a freezer in about a second. Comes out all frosty. So he takes 18 damage. So they are affected by magical damage or silver weapons.
Good.
Or magical weapons. Okay. I'm going to move on to Yan Yan. The Goat King Wizard.
So, which ones are they're all still pretty?
The medium one is just got all frosty.
Okay.
And the large one is occupied by Emma. She's hold him in her grasps. Mm-hmm. And the small one is by himself. They're pretty much full health. You didn't see that they're damaged. Not yet, except for the frosty one.
Okay, well then I am going to... I'm going to firebolt the small one.
I'm in class 12.
Okay.
I got you at +6 to hit, is that right?
Yes. That's going to be 15.
Hit. Give me damage. You want to explain how you do that, by the way? Explain how you cast a firebolt. Tell me where you hit him. You're muted.
My bad. My bad. Yeah, so Jan just kind of, he looks around, he sees that everybody else kind of has the others handled, but sees this smaller one is just, like, all alone. And so he kind of, like, adjusts his stature to be, like, as tall as he usually is, and then looks down at the small one and is like, and now you burn. And just, like, reaches his hand out and just, like, sends out this, like, massive firebolt from his hand straight at this small man, and it is 7 damage.
How much?
7.
All right, 7. At a 5th level, your cantrips are doubled in damage. You remember that? So, did you count that?
I am 4th. So.
Right. Okay. You do damage him. Where do you hit him, by the way?
It was here.
Let's see, it was 7 damage, so let's say that like right in his stomach, knock the
Hit
wind
in
out
his
of him a little
stomach.
bit.
Yes. Great. Okay. We're on to Emma. Emma's up. Oh, she already did that. Let's go on to Tyrian.
Okay.
Yeah, she did. She did the grapple, and you didn't do any damage, but you beat him up a lot.
She
Stuck in
thinks she
Emma's
did.
grasp. Yeah. Tyrian, you have a silver dagger, and you're coming around the back. There's you can attack the one that Emma has holding in the grasp, or you can attack the other two, small, medium. Emma has a large one.
Do I get a modifier to hit since the other one's immobile and engaged in grapple?
I'm giving you an advantage, so that's the maximum you're gonna get. So you can roll 2 dice. Armor class 12. You use a spear. Oh, maybe not.
No, the silver dagger on the lycanthrope.
Okay, I'll give you your dex bonus on the dagger and proficiency. So I think we're at +6 to hit. Is that right?
Oh, 2.
8, not enough. And you just had the 1 attack. Did you roll 2 dice?
No, that was just 1. I get 2,
Okay.
don't I? But I'm
If you want, if it's better, I like to just roll again and then roll 2 dice together. You need a total with your bonus +6 and a total of 12 to hit.
6.
I want you to roll 2 dice together.
I don't have 2 d20s. I only have 1 d20.
Oh, okay. So 6 + 6 is 12. That's enough. What do you stab him?
Straight in the square in the middle of the back between the shoulder blades.
You do. Is that the one Emma had?
Yes.
Okay. So dagger is a D4. You get +4 for your dexterity. That's gonna be plus. Give me a D4 +4.
3. So 7.
That's 7. Now give me do your 2d6 snake damage, rogue damage.
6 and 1. 7.
All right, 14 damage. You carve away some of the shoulder blade. All right, great. Al-kad. He favors the acid arrow. He's gonna go forward. See this green arrow come out of his hand. Says the magic words. Shoots an acid arrow at the small one. I got +10 to hit. Hit. Damage. Mouse acid arrow. 4 and 7 is 11. The small one's covered with acid. And if you remind me, he's going to do 2d8 more damage next turn because the acid's going to trip all over. It goes for 2 rounds. Okay, now Matilda's up. She's going to go a rock. Here we go. At +6. Hit. Damage. 10 damage. She'll hit the small one. The Al-kad's hitting. The small one gets hit by a rock right in the head.
Is it a magic rock?
That's the magic stone.
Spell? Cantrip?
Yeah. Okay. Ray is up. I'll let Hyper control Ray. Ray's across the room trying to encourage us Spike right now, who's hiding behind the barrel of ale. Be a huge manicord. Doesn't really fit behind a barrel of ale, but his head is hiding his eyes. So he thinks he's hiding, but he's really not.
Okay, and she's gonna keep her shield up on
Emma?
on Emma. She kind of goes around to his other side. She's getting increasingly agitated because she feels like she wants to get into this battle too. So she's going to go around to his other side and kind of rub on him in the other way and kind of nudging him forward. Come on, you can do this. And she telepathically says, I know you've got this. She says, I can see inside your soul and I know that you can do this job. This is a great opportunity. Get in there. This is a good job to have. So she's also speaking to him telepathically, trying to encourage him.
Great. Give me a persuasion check, DC 13.
Absolutely.
And if you don't make it, it'll be lower every turn.
She's got a +6 to her persuasion. Let's see how she does.
Yes, she has persuasion skill.
That is 15 for a total of 21.
Okay, you see this huge, monstrous manticore who still has missing patches of hair and missing some teeth and claws. Despite that, he rises up in his chair and gains some confidence and starts walking over to the lycanthropes. And then he says, "Excuse me, gentlemen." That's his round. Waiting for a response. Let's see if they notice him. Let's see. You know what? They don't really notice him. They're just gonna keep fighting. Okay.
We do a quick recap of the damage. I was looking for my notebook. Seriously.
Yeah.
I want to
the
know
small
what's
one's
going on.
taken. The small one's taken 28. From Al-kad and Matilda. The medium one is got Frosty by Hyphy taking 18 cold damage. And
damage.
and Tyrian did 14 to the big one that has MS holding.
That's a lot of damage one round. Okay.
They're
And how are they looking?
fine.
Oh, they're fine.
You know, just regular, scars with regular wounds. Nobody's bloodied. Oh wait. Yeah, nobody's
Small
bloodied yet. Nobody's bloodied. Small one's okay, hang in there. Small one's starting to sweat and start to get into the battle. She's getting excited right now. They have that look in their eye, like they're kind of like they like the fight. They're in it for the fight. They're not afraid or.
Was Twig's turn to change into a bear? Is that what he did?
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and give me an attack right now before I get to the lycanthropes.
Oh yeah, I guess Twigs can't really speak, so he's just gonna. He has 2 attacks, a claw and a bite.
Small, medium, or large?
He's gonna go after the medium one. He's gonna get up in his face.
I say you can make bear sounds and talk to Hyphy. I allow that.
Yeah, if she has speak with animals or whatever.
Did you say the small one?
No, the medium one.
Okay, go for it. Armor class 12. 2 attacks.
Okay, so yeah, she's got a claw, or he's got a claw and a bite. So she has +4. A 20 and a 14.
Ooh, 20. Do you want to choose where you hit him on the 20? Should I roll?
Just roll, right? It's either a bite or a claw.
It's going to leave a scar.
Well, just roll which one.
14, I think that 14 is like the left arm.
So I'm not sure if the bite or the claw is the 20.
You can pick.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll make it the bite.
You bite the big one in his left arm, and the flesh.
Right? Okay, so that
flesh is rended down, and there's flesh hanging. Gruesome scene, and blood starts dripping down, and his blood's kind of dark brown. It's not the regular red blood.
If I drink his blood, do I get lycanthropy?
Oh, I mean that's a good question. I don't know. Are you gonna spit it out or eat the blood? You choose.
Yeah, it's like what do you do? You're a bear. You're in the middle of
like,
a fight. You're not really thinking about it, right?
I would say you eat the blood.
Ooh, I rolled 2 1s, an 8, and a 1.
But I'm going to. How much damage is that?
It's gonna be 3, 11 plus 8, 16, 19.
And as you tear the flesh, it immediately starts healing back up. You don't do magical damage, do you?
Right, no.
And they got Hyphy, Yan Yan, and whoever else rolled high on the.
So I didn't even make it bleed, so I can't even drink its blood.
I just remembered that. Sorry. It was a perfect roll, though.
It was.
Well,
all for nothing.
The people who rolled the inside, I'm going to remind you that the lycanthropy is transferred through the saliva of the bite, and not by eating the blood or not by its claws. Okay.
Okay.
So if you French kissed them, maybe something happens, but otherwise no. Okay, and So you want to go to plan B because you don't seem to be hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool attack, though. Good job on that. Okay, the small guy is going to jump. He leaps over the table like he has springs in his feet, and then jumps on one of the party members. Let's see who he goes for. You guys know your number? Here we go. He leaps on Hyphy, number 1. Give me I have your armor class here. 14, is that right?
No, 15.
Oh, went up. Okay, let me fix that. Do you have? Are you wearing a shield, by the way?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's probably why. I get 2 attacks, 1 claw and 1 bite. Here we go.
What color is the bite going to be?
The bite's gonna be I'll tell you which one the bite is. I get +4. Ooh, 20. Yeah,
Why are you
20
laughing
7.
so much, Patrick?
The bite is he bites true. I'm gonna roll a body chart. This is gonna leave a scar. I'm gonna roll a body chart. Here we go. 13. Left arm. So he bites you right in the elbow and he rends your flesh right off and bones exposed. Your known blood starts dripping down and he's like doing the gnawing thing, like with the shaking you from the arm. And he's gonna deal it's gonna be it's only D6. Doubled. 7 plus 2. 9 damage. Have you done the 26?
Yep.
Right. And then go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, DC 12. And as he bites you, like just a huge amount of saliva just comes out and just covers your arm. Like he was just dripping his saliva on you. And as your arm starts tingling, like a tingling feeling. Your con save is 12. What?
I said fantastic, and I have a +3. No, what do I have?
Well, you have a +3?
No, I have a +2. So
you need a 10 or higher. Otherwise, the saliva goes in your bloodstream.
So this is a gnome who turns into a werewolf?
Potentially.
That'd be interesting.
rolled a 16, so I'm good.
A little
So
pup.
18 total.
Like a little gremlin?
Dang it. Okay. Yeah, basically like what is it, Spike? Like okay.
They're all welcome to the pack, Hyphy.
And the second one also leaps. Here you
Is
go.
that the one that's on twigs?
No, the big one's on Twitch. I haven't got him yet. Ooh, again.
I thought the big one was on.
They like gnomes.
Wait,
at this
pretty
point,
tasty.
Twigs
at
is
this point,
on the medium one.
no, Twix is on the big one.
Easy prey.
I'm sorry. Twix is on the medium one. Yeah, you want to get an opportunity attack?
Well, it doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any damage.
No, it
so-
doesn't. It doesn't. But yeah, he
keep him
leaps.
from-
He leaps on. So yeah, 2. He's huge. Oh, and as he leaps, he's a human. And then as he's coming over the table, he just all of his hair just comes all over his arms, and the fangs come out, and you hear the bones crack, and then he jumps on you. Here we go. Bite, claw. I need you don't have 50. I need 11. Hit. Here we go. The bite does 5, and the
Hyphy, how
claw.
much damage did you take from that bite?
This is on Hyphy, right?
She's 11 damage so far,
Okay.
but
So she's
bite
9.
does. Claw does
2
5.
from a
7.
potato and 2 from a bite.
12 more damage.
Okay.
The gnome is bloodied. Down to 14 hit points. Okay,
I
guys.
got this.
No
I
problem.
thought you said it was on Yan Yan.
Two rebels are on top of this tiny gnome, just
Oh man,
trashing her and
pack
clawing her,
tactics.
biting her. Okay, give me one more saving though. DC 12, please. You 10 or higher to win.
14 + 2, 16. Good.
Okay.
How much damage? What is she down to now?
I'm down to 14. I got it.
The poor gnome is covered with saliva and blood. And
When
then
anybody licks me.
now the big one, that's on Emma. I think he's just gonna go attack Emma. He's gonna try to free his hands. Do you have him grappled?
Yes.
I'm just gonna give him one. I'm gonna give him one bite attack. You want? Let me see if he can break the grapple. And then with one attack, then he'll get a bite attack. Give me another 2d20s, please, and add your
Oh.
strength bonus.
Okay. Here we go.
I rolled a 11.
A 10 and a 2. So I rolled a 13 and a 5.
Okay, he's still grappled, but he's gonna bite you. Here we go.
Okay.
One attack.
AC 15 plus 2 for shielding 17.
Okay, I have +4, so I need a 13 or higher. Miss. He's like, ah! As he bites you, like saliva drips on the floor.
Yeah.
It's like a wild rabid dog. Okay, back to the
Is it-
top.
Sorry, Godric,
ahead,
is
go
it a
ahead.
full moon? Do we know?
No, it's not. And it's not time for a full moon either.
Okay.
Full moon's coming maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks. Would anybody pay attention to that? Heike?
Oh, I think the druid and I, the Twigs and I would always know. But
Dro would always know for sure.
well, that's true.
Let's say in 10 days, the moon will be full.
Okay.
Okay, back to the top. Heike, you're up.
Hi, feet. I'm up. Okay, so now I was ticked before because of the potato, but I really hate being covered in gross saliva. So I'm gonna throw out some plant seeds and outstretch my arms, and you're going to hear me very angrily say "Lavana," and I'm going to cast Moonbeam. I'm gonna upcast it at 3rd level, and so I need any two of them within 5 feet of each other?
There's 2 right in front of you biting on you.
Yeah,
Since
Then I
they're on
should be
top
able
of
to get
you,
them
you can hit
both.
both with the moonbeam. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so I need them to, with my ghostly flames, I need them to make a con saving throw, please.
Are you upcasting it?
I did. I upcast it at 3rd level.
Okay, great. Okay, so I have +2. Your DC is it 16? Is that right?
It is, I think it's 15. It is 15.
Yeah, you have
and
18.
then I wrote 16. 16.
Okay, here we go. I have plus. Oh. These guys aren't that wise. 16. Here we go. Oh wait, is it a wisdom saving throw?
Con.
No, it's a con.
Sorry,
Constitution.
I have +2. I need 14 to higher. Here we go. Miss. So they both get fried by the moon. This beam comes down from the ceiling and just fries them. It starts burning up their hair. They like wow. I start. Does that make them change back?
It's radiant damage.
It's just radiant.
Shape changers save with disadvantage. Just read that. So either way, they would.
They both lost.
They both.
Does it say they make them change? Does it say they make them change back?
Well,
I don't know, but I will take a look after I roll damage.
Go ahead, Twigs.
oh, I'd say, what if they rolled a 1?
They did roll a 1.
Do they take double damage if they did roll? 1?
No, no. But if you have an attack roll on a spell and you roll a 20, you do double damage.
Oh, okay.
But this is not an attack roll. This is area of effect. This is a high column. Is it 10 feet or 5 feet?
5 feet. 40 feet high.
40 feet high
5
column, 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
So you get both of them.
It's like a
give me
shaft of
damage.
moonlight, right?
So
It's
unfortunately,
pure moonlight. You guys are like, oh, the only person that's cool with the moonlight is Tyrian. Everybody else is like turning their eyes.
unfortunately, they only take 11 points damage each, but I have them next go around too, and the one after that. So
was that 3 to 30?
3d10. Yeah.
And you rolled 11.
I rolled a 5, a 4, and a 2. Yep.
Okay, so I'm doing 11 deaths. So the small one's bloodied. Took 11. The middle one took 11. The medium-sized one is still okay. All right, great. Okay, Twigs is up.
Well, if we're going by initiative, it's actually Jan's turn.
I know, but we're just going in order. Jan is after Twigs. How's that?
Okay.
Fair enough.
Twigs realizes that his bear form's not going to do any good here other than give him more hit points. So he's going to. It's a bonus action to go back to human form, right? I believe.
I'll give you that. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Go ahead.
And so then he's going to cast his own moonbeam.
All right, go for it.
It's a saving throw for you at 3rd level.
Okay, I think your DC is 15
16.
or 16.
16.
I gotta change that. Okay, you're the same as Hyphy.
Yeah.
I got dexterity at plus 1. So I got.
And it's 48, right, Hyphy?
Hang on one second. Sorry, guys. I very much apologize. Can I read this to you real quick? It's going to change things.
Yeah, go
A
ahead.
shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Their size starts shrinking and their hair retracts in their skin and they start turning human again. And they go, oh, they're like, why? I'm gonna
about that.
roll for Twigs' moonbeam right now. Let me get a saving throw. I need 15 to higher. They both failed. You're hitting the small one and the medium one also? The one that Hyphy's
That's because
hitting?
they're right next to each other.
Give me
They would have
damage. It's
changed
2d20.
at my turn. They would have changed at my turn. So he's now fighting humans. I told you I had to go read that part of it, and I'm getting back to you.
Same result. Okay. Same result. They're starting to change back. And give me damage 2d20, please. Twigs.
Oh, it's 2d20?
She upcasted, that's why.
Yeah, I upcasted too.
Oh, you did? Their level?
Yeah.
You didn't say that.
I said I was upcasting, but that's okay.
Give me 3d10.
Okay. Here we go. A 10, a 3, and a 2, so 15.
15 damage. Okay, the small one is still holding on. Barely on his last leg. 15. They both take 15, right? The middle-sized one is bloodied, getting all fried up by the moonbeams. And they both revert back to human form. And they're very upset. They're very upset.
Aww.
And bloodied. I know, right? And you see the Manticore there. Now he puts his hands on his hips and is like, "Hey, you hear me?" All right. Yan's up.
I think we overtrained
Small
this
one's on his
Manticore.
last leg. The middle one is bloodied, and the big one is fine.
And the small and middle one are on Hyphy, basically, right?
Yes, still on Hyphy.
Okay, so Jan's first gonna turn to Spike and be like, now is not the time for words. And then turn to where Hyphy is kind of covered in the 2 lycanthropes and cast Burning Hands towards them, but using spell shaping so that I don't catch Hyphy in the actual the cone. And they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
What cone is it? What are you casting?
Burning Hands.
Okay,
a
great.
15-foot cone from myself using
I hear
spell
DC
shape.
at 4. I mean DC at 14. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I get +1 and 13 to higher. Okay, the small one made it, and the big one missed. The medium-sized one missed. Give me damage.
A creature takes 3d6 on a fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful. So, let's see here. It is simple math. 13 for the failed save, and then I guess 6 for the successful save. 6 or 7.
Okay, that's 6 damage. Burnt up the small one.
Beautiful.
Explain how you kill him.
Well, first I turned to Spike and I told him that now is not time for words, and then I extend my hands towards Hyphy, where they have the 2 on top of them. Extend my hands toward Hyphy, and from my fingertips, just like this cone of fire expands and just burns the one that is biting you, but it just kind of goes around you, like it's just like protecting you from the others. But it still hits the other one as well.
That's so thoughtful.
Thanks, friend.
Of course.
Are you an invocation wizard?
I'm evocation, yes.
Nice.
Which is why I have
And the other one takes 15. Is that right?
what?
The other one, the one that misses save takes 15.
13.
The one that missed the save takes 13, and the one that
Yeah,
failed the save. Oh no, the one that failed the save takes 13. The one that missed the save or successfully saved takes 6 or 7, depending.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you burned up the small one, and the middle one took it would be 6.
Yeah.
6 damage. And he's on his last leg also. He's looking really bad. He's on fire. Hands on. Well, and they kind of lost their own, since they got changed back. They were all doing great in their werewolf form, and now they're just humans again. Their claws retracted, and then they kind of look at each other like, what happened? And he sees his brother get burned up to a crisp. Okay, now we're going to Emma. Emma, you have the big one who's not bloodied in your grasp.
Can Emma pull out her glaive and swing that? Since she's
As a
missing
bonus
some
action,
magical
yes.
attack?
As the bonus action, yes.
Okay, she's gonna do that. She's
Okay,
gonna
give me
let
a.
go of the grapple and she's gonna.
Do you get 2 attacks?
2 attacks, right? 2 attacks.
All right, give me armor class 12.
Armor class 12. She's got what, +4? She fucking miss. Okay, next.
Miss.
Yeah, miss.
So he's proving formidable opponents. Okay, Tyrian, you're up.
I'll continue attacking the one that's engaged grappling with Emma.
All right, give me armor class 12, please. You get an advantage from behind.
2d20, right?
Yes.
16 and 15.
Add the. Are you adding +6 to each one?
No, that was the raw. So +6 would be 22 and 21.
Okay, so you hit once with your spear, and thank you. And give me the damage. It's a D6, and then give me rogue damage, 2d6. Right?
He was hitting her with.
What?
I thought he was hitting with the.
Oh,
silver dagger.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, D4. You're right, D4.
3. So 3 plus
4.
4 was what? 7.
And then give me your rogue damage.
That's what? 2d6.
Yes.
2 and 5, 7.
Another 14 damage. Not bad. He's still not bloodied.
Wow.
All right, Al-kad. So Al-kad was hitting the small one, so his acid is basically used up on that one. He's gonna go ahead and hit a ray of frost, do a ray of frost on the middle one who's just holding on. +10, barely hits. Damage D8. 4 damage. Still alive. Still holding on. Okay, now Matilda's up. She'll throw a rock at the middle one. Here we go. +6. Miss. Okay. Ray's up. What's Ray gonna do?
Ray and Hyphy are exchanging looks right now, and looks like they're speaking. And right now, Ray's gonna move closer. She's kind of going up and kind of not too nicely nudging the manicore in the butt. She
with her horn? With the horn?
No. Side of her head. Side of her head. She feels like she feels like she should be doing a whole lot more, and she and Hyphy are going to be speaking after this. But for now, she goes up and kind of throws her shoulder and her side of her head into him and kind of pushes him forward.
Give me,
That's what
give
she
me
does
a
for now. She
persuasion
keeps
check.
up. Okay.
DC
She
11.
keeps up the shield on
Emma,
Emma.
right? Yes.
So she's got a 15 total. Persuasion.
Okay. The mana core moves forward at this point, and with his claw, which he only has one claw left, with his paw now, reaches for the middle one. He's all bloodied and beaten up, and he's going to, like, you know how you push someone from fighting, like you push him like this. He's going to do that. Here you go. 17. So he pushes him back. He got him. He pushes him off of Hyphy. Let's do a strength battle with this one. Mana cards are kind of strong. Let's see. I'm going to give him +3. Yeah, so he effectively pulls the medium-sized one off of and away from Hyphy, and is holding him with his one hand like that. So he's intervening now. He's kind of like, okay. Now we're gonna go to, okay, so the one that's being held by Twigs is gonna try to bust out. I'm sorry, Emma. Give me what?
Emma had to let go to arm herself.
Okay, so
he's free.
he's going to leap towards the door. I'll give you one.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You don't, but Emma does. You're not in the vicinity of him, but Emma does get an attack. Right. That's the big one. That's the big one. I'll give you one attack as he leaps away, Emma.
Oh, okay. And she rolled a 9 plus 7. So that's a 16.
Okay, hits. Is that the hockey stick? The glaive?
It's the glaive, yeah.
Give me damage.
Glaive of wounding. 2d8.
Plus 4?
4, yeah. Ooh, 8 and a 4, so 16 damage.
Ooh, 16 is going to bloody him.
Finally,
and you're going to slice him. Where do you slice him, by the way?
Oh, she slices him right across his back as he leaps away. So.
And he howls. He's still a wolf, man. He's like, oh! And I'm going to give Tyrian also an attack because he's right there also. One attack, Tyrian, with your dagger. DC armor class 12. It's called an opportunity attack because he's running away.
Oh, Tyrian.
Yes.
You're attacking. Roll a d20.
I was looking for dice. Sorry.
He's jumping for the door. This
my
wolf
gosh.
Man is like leaping for the door.
8 and
you just
15.
Just roll one die.
Well, I just rolled it twice. Okay, here goes. This is the one roll.
He doesn't get
15.
Advantage.
Not that I know of. He can't.
Okay, well, you hit.
Damage. It's opportunity attacks isn't an attack, right? What is opportunity of attack? It's just a free attack, right?
Yeah.
No modifier.
You don't get sneak damage? An opportunity attack?
I've never heard of that, but
no, you don't.
Okay, so just give me a D4 plus 4, please.
Two plus 4 is 6. Plus 6 and 6. 12.
You don't get sneak damage on this one.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be 6. He's bloodied. What do you stab him, by the way?
I'm continuing to stab him right in the back.
You do that, and he jumps, and just in one spring, he jumps through the double doors and out the front door and into the onto the road, and
gets hit by a carriage.
Exactly.
Love it.
He ran into the road without looking. Come on, tell me he gets hit by a carriage, please.
Gotta roll for it at least.
If I roll a 19 or 20, he gets hit by a fast moving carriage. Here we go. No.
Damn.
All right. Okay. The middle one. Okay. So what happens then is somebody comes through the door. She seems to be a middle-aged woman who has long hair past her waist, and she seems to be human. She has these yellow eyes like the the three gentlemen, the three lycanthropes had, and she has this tribal gear, like some feathers. She's wearing some feathers and some leather armor. And she seems to be. There's these tribes that live on the outskirts of town. They're like native tribes. They're technically citizens, and there's some of them are barbarians, some of them are just warrior tribes. But now you notice that the feathers and the garb that she's wearing are from the tribes on the outskirts of Keldesh. So they do belong there, and sometimes they come into town. Sometimes they're a little rowdy, and she says, "Stop, children." Then she says, "Allow me to collect my children." And she goes, "Boys, stop fighting." And she moves forward to the table to grab her middle son, who's just hanging on by a thread, and the other one's all burnt up. And she tries to grab his body too, who's just a burnt up heap. She goes, "Please, we are tribespeople. I apologize for my son's actions. Let me collect them."
Can Twigs
not
cast
so
a
fast.
heal on the burnt up one, so at least he doesn't die?
Say it again?
Okay.
Say it
Let
again?
him die. Should discipline your children better.
Twigs
Yeah,
is gonna
but not so fast.
do a heal spell on the one that's burnt up, so it doesn't die.
I think it's a little late for that. I think he's technically burnt up. But the middle one is just oozing with blood and beaten to hell with spells
And I've still got my moonbeam up, waiting to move it to get both of them. I'm not happy.
But I'll allow you to heal the middle-sized one. That would be a good gesture if you want to offer a good gesture. You want to do that?
Cure wounds, first level spell.
Okay, give it to me.
Does a D8 plus 4, a 6 plus 4, 10 hit points.
He regains 10 hit points. He's up to 13. He was at 3. And the big one's gone. The little one. Okay, so as the lady tells you, I apologize for the actions of my sons. Let me collect them. We are tribespeople from the outskirts of town. You have something to say about that, Hyphy? I'm listening.
Yeah, what are you doing here? They just came in the middle of a nice lunch, and look at me. I am covered with blood. What the heck is going on with you people? I'm tempted to throw my moonbeam at both of you. I'm mad. I'm mad from the potatoes still.
Why would they ever be allowed to act like this in a public place? This is inappropriate.
Covered in blood and saliva.
We're not going to stop you from taking their bodies, but we deserve an explanation for.
Indeed.
You guys are
Please.
From around here, huh?
I apologize. Yeah, we're not from around here. These are children, they're adolescents. They have not been trained in the civil ways. And I'm working with them. Please accept my apology. I will collect them and be on our way.
So I feel.
In civil ways, this is basic human decency. Like, I understand you guys may not be fully human, but you don't walk into some place and just throw food at strangers. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me as a relatively law-abiding citizen of this place. Please explain where exactly do you guys come from? Like, why they were allowed to act like this in the first place?
We are tribesmen. We live in the outskirts of town. Our tribe is called Fool.
Oh, okay. Fool.
and Hubbleford speaks up. Hubbleford says, "Wait a minute. They hadn't paid for their meal. I need 2 silver." And when he says I need 2 silver, the lady, who seems to be of a nice demeanor now, who seems to be very apologetic, she opens her pouch and she has copper. She pays with 20 copper, which is 2 silver. And Hobblefoot tries to go get it, to grab it, wants to accept the payment. And then you guys can do something.
What's the lady's name?
I am
Tribe of Thule.
Morana, and these are my children. Please allow me to collect them, and I'll be on my way. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience.
One's extra crispy.
But she says, then she goes, and she looks at you, and her eyes flicker yellow. She goes, but I don't see that you guys are dead, like that. And then she tries to grab her youngest son, who's all smoldering heap.
Understandably, we may not be dead, but anybody else that in this tavern who would have been in our situation most likely would have been. This shouldn't be excused just because we aren't dead, just because you don't have any serious consequences to pay.
Well, we just murdered one of her kids.
I am not apologetic for murdering
I'm not
for murdering this man. I am not at all apologetic for murdering this man.
We murdered one of her kids because you threw a potato, got hit by a potato.
Exactly.
That is actually, if you think about it, that is true. If you get hit by a potato, it doesn't mean you have to kill the guy.
They fought back. They fought back. They fought back.
Yeah, we didn't really parlay with them too much before the fighting started. So, so there's no way to heal. There's no way to heal the burnt up guy. He's
good.
Okay, here's she's gonna start grabbing the smoldering heap. Basically, it's a body. It's a smoldering body at this point. Does anybody try to stop her?
No, I'm not going to try to stop her from taking her children. I just want a good...
No.
I don't know.
I offer some help. I say I can heal him if you think he'll make it.
As she pulls the smoldering heap, you notice that the part between the head and the chest, which is the neck, you see a burnt spine with no flesh on it. So it's past that point. Okay. But you did heal the middle one, the middle-sized one, and then you notice that she there's some teardrops that hit the floor at that point, and she's picking up what's left of her son, her youngest son, and starts walking out the door.
I'm gonna. My moonbeam's down at this point anyway. It's only up for a minute. I'm gonna kind of follow them and watch which way they go. I want to have a little bit more information.
I will follow Hyphy.
Okay, she has a little cart, like a little barrel cart or two-wheel cart, and there's some furs. So there's some furs on it. It looks like she's trading or trying to sell her furs, which look like they're animal pelts. And there's like a sign, furs for sale. And she has her cart, and she throws her youngest son's body on the cart, and her oldest sons have already run out the door and running towards. Let's say they run towards the north. And she's there with the cart, putting her son on there, and just with all a big stack of furs for sale, and starts wheeling it towards the street, towards the north.
I mean, I'm not going to chase him. I've got to tend to my own wounds. I'm down to a third of my hit points, basically, almost. So.
You remember her tribe is called Thule.
Yeah, down. And
H-U-L-E.
Morana.
Thule, yeah.
Yeah, we're probably going to see them again. She's not going to let that go, knowing the
round two.
We're pissing.
I'm not sorry. I am not sorry.
The were-rats and the werewolves.
Al-kad's response is just to scratch his head. He's like, "What in the world just happened here?" Okay.
Have you ever seen him before, Al-kad?
No, I know there's wild. We call them savages out around the outskirts of the Grimm family territory, and also outside of Keldich. I haven't really met him in person, but there we go.
Well, now you have. I mean, when you say we didn't even talk to him, they could have killed us. They could have killed all of us. They were strong. I'm not so sure that chatting would have done anything. We tried that in the beginning. We didn't try very long, but we tried. Twigs, I'm kind of wondering where your head is.
Well, we successfully defended ourselves, that's for sure.
Al-kad says,
Okay,
well,
as I
they
stand
did
here
throw a
with-
potato. The response to a potato throw is another potato, right? Not moonbeams and
I will not be wasting food.
burning hands.
Will not be wasting
Well,
food.
I mean, he hit him with an acid arrow. We all overreacted. It was just a big overreaction, which we might pay for it later down the road, but we'll see.
Overreaction.
The Manicore says, huh, well, it's a good thing I was here. We straightened that out, huh?
You did nothing. Don't even. You did nothing.
What?
Jan turns to him and is just like pointing a finger. Like, you did nothing. You didn't do your job. You didn't do anything. You sat and hid, and you need to work on that.
He's like looking around like, what do you mean? he thinks that he single-handedly stopped the fight in his own mind.
Absolutely not. I will rip more of your fur off if you continue.
No, not that. No.
Anna.
Okay, I'll work on that. I'll work on that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's right.
He doesn't have to hurt them. He just has to pick them up and move them out of the tavern.
Exactly.
If something like that happens again. DM, do I think that if I cast the Lesser Restoration on the Manicore, I could grow back? I know that's not specifically what it says, but do I think I could grow back any of his claws and that kind of thing? Because he is at a disadvantage with the fact that we ripped out most of his tail spikes and his claws and some of his teeth. Would that help him at all?
I think he needs like a regenerate spell for that. So I think we're gonna have to just wait for Mother Nature to take course, maybe a few months. I think they'll grow. I mean, if you tear your nails off, I think they'll grow back eventually.
Sure.
I'm
gonna cast. Go ahead.
Weren't we going to get him like a bath and a haircut or something like a?
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't deserve it anymore. No,
like a beauty, like a. I don't think a restoration will help much.
Maybe the barmaids can help him with that. He kind of needs to bond with them anyway, because they're going to need to kind of give him some direction.
Yeah, maybe they'll give him a spa day or something.
The barmaids might give him some. He can have a hot bath upstairs and get a massage.
Beautiful.
And maybe you can do his hair, fix his hair a little bit.
Does Hobblefoot think we overreacted to this encounter?
Hobblefoot says, these are the ways, you do what you had to do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Hobblefoot.
Yeah, I don't want to see a problem. I mean, you guys, I think you guys are nice, actually. If we dwarves, we would have just smashed them. Back home, we would have just smashed them with maces and axes.
Nice.
I mean, if you look at me the wrong way, back in the day, you would just get my axe.
Great. I feel so much better. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself, just so you know.
Give me the damage. Give me the damage, healing damage.
I'm going to cast it at 2nd level.
Would have liked to see that version of you,
2d8.
Hobblefoot.
Well, now I'm a businessman. Now I'm a cook and a very astute businessman.
Oh, yeah, astute. So astute.
I have to put down my axe so I can cook some food for these people. What?
I said murdering your patrons, isn't that bad for business?
Yeah, there's no repeat business on that. That's the only problem. So,
yeah.
Well, she didn't tip you. I mean, just to be clear.
She didn't tip. I'm gonna take a note on that.
And I'm gonna make sure to tell the Manicore to keep track of, to remember those guys' faces. That he needs to be wary.
I can smell their kind. I don't know if they come back. And guess what? I'll be ready once again for them. If they come back. Mm-hmm.
Great.
I'm gonna be very forward with them if they come back. They will see.
What does forward look like to you, Spike? What does it look like?
you want me to
T spike.
cast
What
it?
does
He
forward
goes like
mean?
this with his fist, like he goes with his hand, and he goes, "Hey there, stop!"
Okay,
Eight more
okay.
hit points.
And then if they don't listen, and then they get and his tail comes up from overhead with 2 spikes left, and then they get my tail spikes if not.
All right. Okay. Good job. I'm gonna give him a little pat on the shoulder. Just like, okay.
But you're right. You're right. My bad. You know what it is. It's something new for me. I have to get into my role. I'm working on that. Okay.
Of course. Of course.
And then Twigs wanted to say something. Sorry. Go ahead.
Ivy, do you need more hit points?
I'm at 23. Unless we encounter something else, I
No,
probably can
I'll give you
sleep
a
this
second
off.
level cure wounds.
Thanks.
Hey, do that. Give me
It's plus
a hit point.
4, 8, and a 2, so 14.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
So you're at 27, 37. You back up?
Yeah. Yep, that's full.
Okay, you're
Thank
back.
you.
So you heal. So all your wounds are healed, and so nobody got lycanthropy. Wow.
I
You guys
think
are lucky about that.
I should be at full hit points too.
Tyrion's at full. Al-kad only has 1 damage,
So-
and
If
He's got a
Emma
good there.
has,
I am
she
at
got hit with
full.
a claw for 8. Does
Emma
her,
has 8 damage.
does her tattoo negate one of those damage, or is it not functioning?
We did it. We did it.
Okay.
Everybody make a perception check.
Ooh, that's
Okay,
not
failed
great.
both of mine.
4.
10.
I rolled a 1 and a 5.
I got a 12.
10. Including my +6.
Matilda, Ray, Al-kad make rolls.
Oh, Ray. Yeah, Ray. Come on, Ray.
I'm just gonna you can have Ray do it.
Oh, I get a +7 on perception. I'm sorry, 11.
And then
Ray got a
Quillis has the eyes of the eagle. And she
17.
has advantage on perception.
That's true.
Ray and Quillis are looking at the wall. There's a big poster on the wall right on the front door of the Mystified Tavern. As the lady wheels her fur barrel, her cart filled with furs away, if you let her go, that is, you notice that there's a big like a poster that was just taped to the door of the Mystified Tavern, and right now you can't see it because Quillis and the unicorn are blocking you, but you try to move them aside. They're reading it. They're like, "Oh, interesting." So
Who's reading it? The
Quillis
barbarian?
and Ray. And Ray telepathically communicates to you. Oh, I'm famous.
Oh no.
And the poster says, "Wanted, dead or alive. Baby unicorn. 15,000 gold pieces."
Oh.
And it has a picture of Ray, and the blanket. And then Ray, the unicorn's there, just smiling because she sees herself in the poster. She's so happy that somebody noticed her. And so somebody's seeing the unicorn.
John's gonna rip down the poster so that nobody else sees it.
You do, and then across the way, there's let's say there's Bolus Rass's Jewels and More jewel shop.
Mhm.
He's the gem cutter. There's another post over there, so they're all around town.
All right, we need to get back to the Baronry and figure some things out. I need to train with Ray a little bit more to make sure she knows how to use what she's got.
As
This
we
was
head
coming.
back, I'm
This
just
was coming.
tearing. As we head back, I'm just tearing down the posters on the way, as many as I
You
can.
do. Roll a d4.
I can only get up to 4 posters. That's a 3.
You roll 3 posts. You tear down 3 posters, and at the bottom, you notice something different. The bottom says, "See says R.E. Mattock the Unkind at the Wizards Guild. He must be the one who they sent out the poster.
Yup.
Did Hobblefoot not see this poster go up?
Hobblefoot, you know what? They put those things up all the time. I can't keep track of them, honestly. I don't know when it went up.
Well, if you see another one like this, take it down.
Will do. And then the manager says, will do. I'll take that down. That's not good.
Can't have this getting around.
Okay, we need to make some plans. We need to kind of cement some of this was coming. We need to figure out what to do for her. I mean, I need to go practice with her. We all should probably maybe downstairs where we just killed all those rats to make sure she knows how to use her horn and her hooves to get away and her teleportation. We need to make some plans for her. I feel like an idiot that I haven't already.
I think Tyrian and Yan Yan don't have tattoos. Is that right?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have a tattoo. Mm-hmm.
I don't have one.
Guess who walks in the door?
Toadman.
Ophir Yaggi, the orange Slaad. And he has some over his shoulder. He has some. They look like small little demons on leashes that have been. He's hunted and killed them, and they're hanging over his shoulder. You see a huge, not bloated but full-formed frogman walk in, and he has orange skin, and he has some pouches, and he has a staff, which you assume is a magical staff. He uses to get through the plains. And he's been pretty much your benefactor. He's helped you a little bit with the dragon, and he's give you some advice. He comes in and says, "How are you guys doing?" In common.
Better until a couple minutes ago. We could really use your expertise.
Well, I have just the thing. I see you have a couple new players to your group, and do they want to go through that ceremony of the magical tattoo? Are you prepared?
I have one.
Oh, you have one.
It is just Tyrian that doesn't have one. Yeah,
And
I have
Quillis.
one.
Quillis
it's
Oh, and
Quillis.
Quillis, yeah.
I wonder if we can get him a tattoo. Well, he has to answer
I
the
don't
question.
think Matilda has one either.
I thought she.
No, she was.
Yeah, I don't
being
know what
held
it
by the
is.
Black Dragon.
She says,
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, that's
He
true.
says
That's true, Twig.
He says, what?
Matilda
He
doesn't
said-
have one.
She says, Matilda and Tyrion step forward.
What kind of tattoos are these?
He has the power to bestow arcane magical tattoo that gives you one power. I have the powers here. If you, the other players can tell you about them, but if you get the if you receive the tattoo, you receive a magical power. However, you must overcome a challenge of the mind, a riddle, and also a challenge of combat, an encounter to win the tattoo.
What
Are
are the
you
powers?
ready?
Well,
He says, you can choose your power. Are you ready?
Sure, yes.
Okay, he raises his hand, and you go into this, not a sleep, but like a dream state, even though you're awake, and you see one of your biggest fears in life, and you must fight it. What would that be, by the way?
For some reason, right now, I'm just thinking of Luke and Darth Vader and Empire Strikes Back.
You're going to fight your father? Did you have a good relationship with your father?
I hated him.
Son.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I just have images of my dark elf father trying to kill me with a sword.
Okay, and you need to stand forward and challenge, and you need to not run away and step up to the challenge, yes?
Yes.
Okay, the first thing you have to do is make a d20 roll, which signifies your courage. Give me a raw courage roll.
18.
Hey, step up. You can step up to your old dad. And now he brings out, he says he's with a sword, not like a whip or a paddle.
No, it was a sword.
Okay, he brings a sword at you. He swings, he attacks. He misses, and you have to win the battle. So give me an
18.
attack. 18. Okay, give me a d6 damage. Do you want to use your spear? You need spear?
Sure.
Okay, so it'll be plus 5 then.
So
D6
11.
plus 5. Okay, you stab him. He reels back and goes, "Wow, you've gotten stronger." And he goes, "I'll fix that," and he attacks you. Oh, he misses. Give me another attack.
6.
And just then he says, tells you something which you weren't expecting. He says, "My son, I was only hard on you because I cared." And he vanishes. And you feel like maybe you faced that challenge, that which is in the back of your mind, you face that issue for the first time. You've overcome it. And now,
Okay.
sound good? And now the Ophir Yaggi says, okay, he's gonna give you a riddle. Dreaming long and deep, upon the horde I sleep. Enemy to all, awaken me and fall. What am I? Do you hear it?
Yes.
Dreaming long and deep, upon the horde I sleep. Enemy to all, awaken me and fall. What am I? Do you need a hint?
Sure.
He says, scale.
Are we allowed to help him or no?
You can give him a very mild hint. If you give him too much, I'm gonna have to give him another one.
So
I
we
mean,
have to give him a mild hint.
Very mild, yeah. In other words, you can't give him the answer.
you said scale was my tip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Horde and scale.
Word and scale.
What sleeps on a horde and has scales?
Dragon.
The dragon. And he pulls out this green wand, and the tip has a brand, like how they brand the cattle, but this one is like a magical. He just hits you in the arm, and he creates a magical tattoo. Okay, here we go. The first one, it can cure wounds once a day. That's your power. The second is plus 5 hit points per minute. That's resilience.
Hey,
The first one's
Rick,
healing hands. Yes.
Tyrian, if you go
ahead.
to our Discord Blasters server, it has a picture of all the tattoos.
Can you
Okay.
pull up your Discord without losing the recording, the adventure?
Yes, I don't have it bookmarked though. Let's see here.
Let me try.
Can someone send him the link? I'll just start reading it. The third one's protection, +1 in saving throws. The fourth one is shielding, +1 in armor class. The fifth tattoo is arcane potence, +1 to damage per spell cast. 6 is potence, +1 damage per physical attack. Number 7 is ranged accuracy is +1 to hit with ranged attacks. 8th one is melee accuracy, +1 to hit with melee attacks. 9 is shrug damage, -1 hit point damage per each attack that you take. And that's what Emma has, right?
Yeah.
The number 10 is choose and increase 1 stat permanently, +1. Number 11 is spells pool increase,
Rick, did you get that
+2 to your spells pool. And Hyphy has that one, right? Hyphy. And number 12 is luck. Reroll 1 die, any die once per day, and the second roll must stand. That's good if you miss a saving throw, or if okay. Number 13 is called Omen. It blocks the rerolls of the opponent, advantage rolls, lucky rolls, or portent rolls of opponents, called Omen. Number 14 is X-ray vision. You can see through objects, maybe probably by about a foot thick. You see into boxes and see behind tables or some thin walls. 15.
Your X-ray vision, can you turn it on and off, or is it permanent?
It doesn't say.
You only see in X-ray vision.
It doesn't say. So I guess you can. I wouldn't say it's 24 hours, but you can use it, like, let's say, like 3 times a day.
Okay, and it lasts maybe a minute.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
It's not exactly like Superman, because I know he has it unlimited. So
Right.
all right. The 15 is upcasting. You can cast 1 spell at 1 higher level upcasting without spending extra spell slots 1 per day. That's a cool one. Number 16 is Dark Hand. It blocks healing of your opponent 3 times a day. Any thoughts on those? I want you to be artistic and draw your own tattoo for yourself with something you like and put on your character.
Okay, I'm gonna have to decide on that. I can't think about that right now.
If you want, you can decide by next week, and
Okay.
you can look at the Discord. We have them.
I sent you a link in chat.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, while you're looking at that, I want to tell you the Slaad Lord, Ophir, says you need to keep your tattoo powered, and you get to choose or actually roll random. There's 10 tasks that you need to perform to keep your tattoo powered. Number 1 is kill giants. Number 2 is breed animals. Number 3 is plant trees. Number 4 is feed the poor. Number 5 is free prisoners or cage animals. Number 6 is help somebody gain redemption. Number 7 is console the dying. Number 8 is tend to the sick. Number 9 is destroy insects. Number 10 is destroy a magic item. You want to choose that now, or you want to think about that also?
I still want to think about that as well. I'm actually just trying to register into Discord right now.
Okay, that's you could choose on that. We'll leave that. We'll leave that over the adventure, and you'll get the information. Good job on that, by the way. And
Are you gonna do Matilda too, or no?
oh, why don't you choose for Matilda, Hyphy?
You're not gonna make.
Why don't I choose
the
for
trial?
Matilda by next week, if that's okay? Because I was thinking about.
Okay, let's see if you
I
can do the
definitely
riddle.
can do that.
We do a riddle at you for Matilda. You can answer for her.
Does Ray get a tattoo?
New, I am tall. Old, I am short. A light and I glow. The wind is my foe. What am I?
A candle.
A candle. Okay, and did Ray get a tattoo? No?
She doesn't have one.
No.
Okay, you can choose for Ray also. Here we go. I crossed the river, but I did not move. What am I?
Cross the river, but I do not.
A bridge.
A bridge. Oh, I thought you were.
You told her. Okay, let me give you another
I
one.
just was saying it too, though. Come on.
1,000 blades. I reach for the light.
Can I do it
Grass.
telepathically? She could cheat because she's got
Grass.
telepathy.
But the Ophir Yaggi knows you're cheating, so not fair. Okay, she got it though, grass. Okay, so you can pick one for Matilda and also one for Ray, and also pick their tasks. And I put this in the Discord under, I think, Homebrew Mechanics. And also, Bob Banker, you have a lovely art picture of Old Smoke and all the tattoos, powers.
Upgrade it.
Or the name of the tattoos, rather.
If I ever color in the pictures, I'll upgrade the pictures.
I want everybody connected to our Discord. It's called Brastros'
D&D
Brastros
server.
Discord D&D server. And I try to put new stuff in there. Everybody is allowed to post. I would like your current, if you guys can all post your current characters, that would be very helpful. Thank you, Yan Yan, for your art on your Goat King, right?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Is it
See
on
there?
the Discord server?
Yeah, it's under current characters.
Oh, cool.
I didn't have the other one that I drew, but we'll see if I finish it.
Everybody, yeah, thank you. I want you guys to update your characters, their level and everything. Maybe a picture of your character sheet, or just give me also a drawing if you can, like Yan did. That'd be great, if possible.
I just see this other
Do
player.
you see current characters?
Yeah,
Current characters.
Current player characters.
So roll up, scroll up, and you'll see
Oh.
Yan. He has actual art picture of his Gochu.
And the link that you sent me just takes me to nothing.
That's cool. Yeah.
Do you have Discord?
I just installed Discord right now, but I'm
Somebody send him the invite. Here, I can
Okay.
do it, but I would need to. I lose my picture. I want to lose the recording.
I got it. I'll send it to him.
While you guys are doing that, any questions so far on the adventure? We're about to wrap up.
XPs.
Next week,
Okay.
we'll do that in the beginning.
I want to ask Mr. Yaggi if he has any thoughts for us. I'll tell him what just happened with the poster and with the unicorn, and I'll tell him, I know you told me no last time, but I want to beg you to give me some insight if you have any thoughts as to what we can do to protect the last of her species.
Well, he says there's a name on the bottom of that poster, is there not?
Mm-hmm.
It's Madtok the Unkind. He's a local wizard. He's powerful, but he's not immortal. He's in the Wizards Guild. He's one of the main wizards in the Wizards. So he's looking to pay somebody to get him the unicorn. It's just stuff that wizards would do. It's not so. Eventually, someone's gonna find out, right? So
we'll have to talk. We'll have to talk to Maddox to
I would think
to give up.
You can have an audience with them. Most wizards, will negotiate.
Yeah, but we can be pretty persistent, so this might be difficult.
Yeah, the last
Yeah,
negotiation that happened
you can assume
ended up.
what he wants from the unicorn, right? You can assume that, right? And it's the last one, I mean. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, I'm going to show you something. So he waves his hand and says some arcane words, and they open up this portal, and right away some light comes out, and it's not the same kind of moonlight that comes out from Earth, but it's a different kind of moonlight, and then you see like this silvery scene, and he says, "This is Elysium." He says, and you look in, and everything is just so beautiful and nice, and it's a silvery scene, and then you see there's a meadow, and the grass is kind of like not so green, but like more silver than green, and you see some horses playing and running around, and then on the tips of their head is the unicorn horn, and right now you see at least 3 unicorns. There's a black one and 2 white ones. They're playing, and he goes, these are the plains of Elysium. So while there's no unicorns left on this world, they are in other worlds. So
A tear goes down Hyphy's cheek, and she's stroking Ray's mane.
Yeah, but this world needs unicorns too. So
Well,
Mary, I
but-
sent you the invite.
Okay.
Yeah, and Ophir says, now if we need to, I might let you go into that world briefly, but there are dangers everywhere.
How can I contact you?
You can contact me in your dreams. That's what he says. I'm always watching over you, he says. I can read your dreams. I can hear your dreams, he says. Any other questions?
In a different setting, that might be creepy, but this is good.
To him it's not creepy. It's like whatever, I can always, I'm always watching you. He is sort of a benefactor, so he has no ill will. He does want to help you, but he also wants you to earn it on your own, and to face all the challenges. So he's not just giving it to you. He maybe gives you some advice, just like the old dungeon master in the cartoon series. Young adventurers, you must find a prison without walls. What? Talk about.
Jan is way too young to have experienced that.
Jan's like, what are you talking about? This little gnome with a big head is a dungeon master. He just crawls up onto a rock and says, young adventurers, you must find a prison without walls to succeed in your adventure. What are you talking about?
I don't get it.
Okay, I'm in the Discord server.
Beautiful.
You're in Borastros's D&D server?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you can pick your tattoo. You can tell me next week. You also pick your task, and Hyphy's going to pick for the unicorn, Ray, and also for Matilda, right?
Maybe Jan should pick for Matilda.
And where are the
Me.
tattoos listed?
Does Jan want to pick for Matilda?
Oh my goodness, that's pressure that I wasn't expecting. Hold on. Let's
No,
look.
by next
Matilda-
week. By next
Oh.
week.
Matilda says, I want a tattoo. What did you
Oh,
say,
God.
Tyrian? Tyrian, what did you say?
Oh, I'm just where can I find the tattoos listed on the server?
I believe it's in their homebrew mechanics.
Uh,
There's
There we
some
go.
art
Got
by
it.
Bob, and then it goes. Excuse my terrible writing.
Okay, I see it.
You can see.
it's in,
you can
it's
see
in homebrew
16
magic items.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Okay, so we have to check out. We have to
Okay.
go look into the poster that's been posted. Maybe check out Map Talk next week, and also if you guys want to, we'll choose the tattoos by next week, and we'll give XP. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
And we're
Anything
going to be
else?
working with Matilda. I'm sorry, we're going to be working with Ray and
Mhm.
make sure she understands how to use the weapons that she has that that I've kind of kept her from getting involved with, because she may need to get away. She may need to use them.
Okay, you can also choose over the week. You can choose one more power that you're going to teach her or help her learn.
Okay.
One more power, so she could be eventually a full-fledged unicorn. The last. Thank you guys. See you next week.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Edric.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.